Hey, good morning, second grade. Today for math, we're going to be doing some more measuring, and we're going to get into some word problems with some of our measuring today, where they're going to ask us to solve one of the numbers that's missing in a problem, and then we do have one that actually has some word problems that they're gonna talk about today. So let's go on and get started. Today, we have some lines. And what they're asking us to do today is we're going to measure the top line. Remember, we're measuring in inches. Inches is the side of the ruler that goes up to 12. It's the bigger side, the bigger numbers. Remember, we use the end of the ruler at the end of the line. So, for my top line, if I measure it, it comes to 8 inches. So I'm going to write 8 inches on this line. Remember, IN stands for inches. And then I have the second line. This line I'm going to measure, just like I did my first one. And this one is 4 inches. So I'm going to mark that as 4 inches. Well, they want to know what the difference is between the two lines. What is the difference between the two lines? We know difference means to subtract. So we would write 8 minus 4 equals 4 inches. There we go, 4 inches. So just a simple subtraction, wanting to know the difference between the two lines. Well, let's look at the next one. The next one is a little different. This line is in the middle of the page. It's not at the beginning. So I hope you're not thinking, well, then I measure with the middle of my ruler, because that's not right. We still use the edge of our ruler and the edge of the line, just like this. And this line is 3 inches. Okay? And then we'll measure our second line. Same way. This line is 7 inches. Then we could solve that problem too. 7 minus 3 would be 4 if they would be asking for the difference. If they wanted to know what the total amount is, we would add them together, 7 plus 3, to give us 10 inches. Okay, it's pretty basic, just a simple measurement and then that subtraction there. That shouldn't give you any problem. What is going to be a little bit harder today is the following problems. So, we have a problem here, and this problem says 16 feet, FT means feet or foot, plus blank feet equals 47 feet. So now we're going to have to figure out, what is the blank? What is in that blank? I have to do something to figure it out. So I'm going to make a number bond. I have my big guy at the top, and then his 2 legs, remember? It's been a while since we've done a number bond. The biggest number always goes at the top of my number bond, 47. This number would go here, the 16, and this is my question mark. I'm trying to figure out what that leg is of my number bond. You have to remember the biggest number goes at the top. Well, let's just do a simple problem. If I know the top in one of the legs, I have to subtract, because the 2 legs equal the top. We got to remember that. The 2 legs equal the top. So I'm just going to draw me a T. And we have our 10s, our 1s, and we have our box, just like any other T. And I'm going to put 47 minus 16 in my number bond. From my number bond into my T. And then I can subtract. 7 minus 6. Yep, I can do that. I don't have to go get a friend. That's 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. So we know that this answer goes here. 16 feet plus 31 feet equal 47 feet. So remember, the big number goes in the top of the bond. The other number that you know goes at the bottom if you're adding here. We know that these two together have to be added together to make that one. If I don't have this one, then I have to do the subtraction to be able to figure it out. Let's try another one. Set up just a little different. This one is 88 feet minus 31 feet equals blank feet. 88 feet minus 31 feet equals blank feet. Well, we can also solve this one with that number bond. We've got our big one, our leg, and our leg. Which number goes in the top? The biggest. So that would be the 88. 88 would go here. 31 would go here. And that would be my question mark. That's what I'm trying to find. Just like the last problem, these two here added together equals my 88. If I don't have a foot down here, it means I have to subtract. So I'm going to make my T, just like I did before. Tens, ones, my box, 88 minus 31. And I can subtract. 8 minus 1 is 7. 8 minus 3 is 5. 57. 88 minus 31 is 57 feet. Simple, just like what we did on the other one. Biggest number goes at the top. The other numbers fill in at the bottom. The two bottom have to be added together to equal that top. Let's try one more. Let's try one more here. This one. Blank feet minus 12 feet equals 40 feet. Blank feet minus 12 feet equals 40 feet. Got my top. I have my 2 feet right here, my 2 legs. Now I have to figure out where these are going to go. If I subtract that, that's not going to work. Because whatever I get subtracting these two is not going to be big enough to subtract that. So I have my 2 feet in this one. I have my 12 and I have my 40. I don't have my large number, do I? Because this number here has to be big enough to subtract 12 from to get that 40. So I don't have my big number. So up at the top is my question mark. Remember, these two added together will give me that big number. So I can make my T, just like I have been. Okay? And I'm going to say 12 plus that 40. Because that's going to give me my big number. 2 plus 0 is 2. 1 plus 4 is 5. So 52 feet minus 12 feet is going to give me that 40. Okay? So I didn't have the big number this time. I had what went in my feet, and I had to find my big number. Okay? Now, you ready for one more? This one's a little different. This one, they have given us fence. So we're going to pretend these boxes are fences in people's yards. They fenced in their yards, okay? They have fenced in their yards. It says B is, this is box B, 52 yards. Remember, yards is that big yardstick we could measure with, longer. So B's fence, this box right here, is 52 yards longer than A. Okay, it's bigger. A, we know, is 36 yards. What is B? B is blank yards. YD means yards. B is how big. We have to figure out how big B is. I can do that with the number bond also. Yeah, I can figure out how much B is. I can have my big number, my little numbers. Well, I know that A is 36. I don't know what B is. I don't know the whole total of B. Well, this would be the total of B up here, the big number. But I know that it's 52 yards bigger than A, so 52 would go here. So now I can just do my number bond, or I'm sorry, I can do my T. I can make a T. Let's just make that T right here. Tens, ones, box. And I have 36 plus 52. 6 plus 2 is 8. 3 plus 5 is 8. Oh, so B is 88 yards. 88 minus 36 would give me, 88 minus 36 would give me the difference of 52. Okay? So that's how I would figure out that this is 88 yards, because it's 52 yards bigger than 36. So I had to add the 52 and the 36 to be able to get the total of that yardage. Okay? Well, A and B total is blank. Well, now they want to know what the total is. What is the total of A plus B? So I can make another T. Okay? And I could put in 88. Oh, you know what? I did a mistake that we learned when we was adding. I have 88. That's close to that 100. So I'm going to go on and make this a hundreds T. Hundreds, tens, and ones. Then I can put in my 88. And I can put in my 36, and I can add those together. 8 plus 6 is 14. Oh, can only put my 4. My 1 goes there. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 11. Can't put that, so I can put it like this. There we go. A plus B is 114 yards by adding all those together. Hey, remember, I used a hundreds T because 88 is really close to 100 already. So I was thinking, okay, it might go over to be 100. So that is why I did that. Okay, today's lesson, it's a little confusing with everything that we had to do with finding the number bonds, deciding if we have to add, we have to subtract. So please be careful. As always, if you have any questions, please send me an email and I can help you solve that problem. Good luck on your work.